Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're stuck on a hamster wheel? You chase after things, you achieve them, and for a fleeting moment, you're happy. But then, that feeling fades, and you're back to wanting something new, something more. It's a cycle of stress, anxiety, and a nagging sense that something's missing. What if I told you that this feeling, this universal experience of dissatisfaction, was understood and explained over 2,500 years ago? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most profound teachings in human history, the Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. This isn't just ancient philosophy. It's a practical guide to understanding our own minds and finding a lasting sense of peace and freedom right here, right now. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore this timeless wisdom together. The first noble truth is often translated as life is suffering. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds incredibly pessimistic. But the original Pali word, dukkha, has a much richer meaning. It's not just about pain and tragedy, like getting sick or losing a loved one, although those are definitely part of it. Dukkha also points to a more subtle, pervasive sense of unsatisfactoriness. Think about it. Even on a good day, there's a low-level hum of stress. You're worried about a deadline, annoyed by traffic, or just feeling a little bored and restless. You get that new phone you wanted, and it's amazing. For a week, then the novelty wears off. You get the promotion, and the initial excitement is replaced by new responsibilities and new pressures. This is dukkha. It's the inherent friction of life, the feeling that things are never quite perfect, never completely satisfying. It's the impermanence of everything. Good feelings fade, relationships change, our bodies age. Acknowledging dukkha isn't about being negative. It's about being realistic. It's the diagnosis. By honestly looking at this fundamental aspect of our experience, we take the first crucial step toward finding a real solution. So, if the first truth is the diagnosis, the second noble truth is the cause. It's called samudaya, which means the origin of suffering. And what is this origin? The teaching is very clear. Our suffering arises from craving, attachment, and aversion. Think of it as thirst or grasping. We constantly crave pleasant experiences, good food, praise, comfort, and we try to push away unpleasant ones, criticism, discomfort, failure. This constant cycle of wanting and not wanting is the engine of our discontent. It's not the things themselves that cause suffering, but our attachment to them. A beautiful sunset isn't suffering, but desperately trying to hold on to that perfect moment and feeling sad when it ends. That's where the suffering comes from. Liking your favorite song isn't suffering, but getting intensely irritated when someone interrupts it, that's aversion. We also have a deep craving for existence itself, a desire to be someone, to have a solid, permanent identity. We cling to our opinions, our reputation, our story about who we are. When these things are challenged, we feel threatened and we suffer. The second noble truth invites us to look at our own minds and see this mechanism in action. It's a powerful revelation because if we know what causes the problem, we can start to do something about it. This leads us directly to the third noble truth, which is the good news, the prognosis. It's called Nirvana, which means cessation. It states that the cessation of suffering is possible. If suffering arises from craving and attachment, then it follows logically that if we can end that craving, we can end the suffering. This isn't about becoming a robot with no feelings or desires. It's not about renouncing the world and living a life devoid of joy. It's about changing our relationship with our desires. It's about letting go of the desperate grasping. Imagine you're holding a hot coal in your hand. It's burning you. The solution isn't to get better gloves or find a way to tolerate the pain. The solution is simply to open your hand and drop the coal. It's the realization that freedom from that constant background noise of stress and dissatisfaction is achievable. This state of liberation is often called Nirvana. It's a state of profound peace, clarity, and freedom that comes from extinguishing the fires of greed, hatred, and delusion. The third truth gives us hope. It tells us that there is a way out of the cycle, that a different way of being is possible for every single one of us. So, how do we do it? How do we actually let go of the hot coal? That brings us to the fourth and final noble truth, the prescription. It's called Magga, which means the path. This is the practical, step-by-step guide to ending suffering. The Noble Eightfold Path. This isn't a set of commandments you must follow, but rather 8 interconnected areas of your life to cultivate. They are typically grouped into 3 categories. First is wisdom, which includes right understanding and right thought. This is about seeing things as they really are, understanding the 4 noble truths for yourself, and cultivating thoughts of kindness and compassion instead of cruelty and ill will. The second category is ethical conduct, which includes right speech, right action, and right livelihood. This means speaking truthfully and kindly, acting in ways that don't harm yourself or others, and earning a living in a way that is ethical and beneficial. The third category is mental discipline, which includes right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. This is the part where meditation comes in. It's about making a conscious effort to cultivate positive states of mind, being fully present and aware in each moment without judgment, and developing the ability to focus the mind. These 8 factors all work together, supporting and strengthening each other. It's a complete path for training the mind and transforming our entire way of being. Let's quickly recap. The first noble truth. There is an inherent unsatisfactoriness in life called Dukkha. It's the diagnosis. The second noble truth. This suffering is caused by our craving, grasping, and attachment. That's the cause. The third noble truth. We can end this suffering by letting go of that craving. That's the prognosis, the possibility of freedom. And the fourth noble truth. The way to do this is by following the Noble Eightfold Path. That's the prescription. This framework is so powerful because it's not something you have to believe in blindly. It's an invitation to investigate your own experience. You can test it in the laboratory of your own life. When you feel stressed or unhappy, can you see the craving or aversion at its root? When you practice being more mindful, more kind in your speech, do you notice a shift in your well-being? This isn't about becoming a Buddhist. It's about becoming a happier, more peaceful, and more compassionate human being. The path begins with a simple act of looking inward with honesty and curiosity. And from there, a whole new world of possibility can open up. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration today. I hope it's given you some valuable food for thought. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on wisdom for modern life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you encountered these ideas before? How do they resonate with your own experience? Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.